everyone, and welcome back to the DeCod3rs channel for a new episode of the JD Show, number 6. Because last week was number 5, not number 6. So this week is number 6. What's up, guys? How are you guys doing? What's up, Carlos? GM,
mate, how you doing? You all right?
You good? Yes, living the Web3 life. I'm good. Jas, what's up?
What's up?
You good?
Yeah.
Good, well?
Oh, yeah, never.
Nice. Okay. Okay. Next, Jack.
Yeah, man.
What's up,
Yeah,
man?
all
You
good.
good?
All good, man. Yeah.
Nice. And Carl, you can't load your PFP, but people should hear you, so you will be the voice this week. We missed you last week, bro.
Just the voice.
Yeah, just the voice. Yeah. No, I'll be back with a camera next week. I've ordered a new one. So.
We need your pretty face on the show. We need to make views, so we need your pretty face.
Well, I don't know. I got a face for radio, Vince. To be honest. But...
I mean, like, okay. I would have said if Dadam can be on YouTube, you're good, but he's not here, so yeah, that's it. But he will join us like as soon as possible, I guess. And everyone in the chat, thank you so much for joining us. Mitchell, Hugi, Steph, Amph, Hugi, Sharon, and Pestilence. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Okay, so we have so much shit to talk about. And I guess the big news of the week is obviously like the Bitcoin ETF. And I think it's happening tomorrow. Like the approvals, like it should be the day. I've watched like I don't know if you guys know like Anthony Pompliano podcast, and he did like some BTC ETF prediction, and for him it's coming like approvals tomorrow and Thursday is trading. So if it's happening, Bitcoin to 2 billions next week.
It's 2 billion. I think last week we spoke about it, right? When everyone was saying it's not going to get approved, I was like, this is just like it's basically people just trying to get scrape the last market manipulation, all that stuff. And now, like from in a week's time, from last week to now, it's like no, it's definitely being approved. Like 100% is tomorrow. Like you know what I mean? It was so obvious. It was.
I'm gonna share with like the chat like the okay. So Anthony Pompliano, if you don't know him, like you have to watch this guy because he's like a Bitcoin maximalist and like a crypto investor and stuff like that, and he has like a Bitcoin oriented podcast. But he's a goat. And the tweets from Gensler, so the SEC guy saying, oh yeah, you have to be careful with like if you invest in crypto assets, please do that. This guy is the fucking like chief of the SEC and he's tweeting like any crypto influencers. This is fucking garbage, but like what the fuck?
Hey, that Anthony Pompliano, whatever you say his name, I think he bought Bitcoin at like fucking 10 cents and stuff like that, right? He's been involved ages, like ages. Imagine that guy. Imagine how much money he's fucking made.
Yeah, and like he's like Bitcoin maximalist. Obviously, if you bought Bitcoin at 10 cents, like I can understand your Bitcoin, and there's only Bitcoin. But I talk like his podcast is like basically I want to make these channels like the Pomp podcast for Web3. That's basically the goal. But like he's talking about business investing is like obviously with that kind of money, he also have like a investing in a hedge fund. I think he has a hedge fund, or at least in a VC, like a VC office. And it's a nice guy, and he has money, so nicer guy.
A lot of money. I used to when I was a Bitcoin maxi when I was first getting into Bitcoin. He's one of the guys that you watch, where he's talking about his, like how he did it. There's that other guy as well, that black guy, I forgot what his name is, but he was the same buying Bitcoin. He's put effort, got in it, what it was 10 cents, $1, all that stuff. Forgot his name, but mental.
I mean, all Pompliano is like a big brain, right? Who bought like I don't like he retweeted his tweet about like buying like pre-sale of Solana, like 2 million at 20 cents or something like that. Crazy.
Yeah, and crazy. Like he's like he timed the bottom, mate. He was buying when it went to 17. You see when it went to 17, and he tweeted like, "Don't give me all your Bitcoin, all your Solana."
Yeah, exactly.
And then I think like 5 days later, it was at 30, 40, 60. Like
he made like 1 or 2 mil in 1 month.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I think he bought like 20,000 Solana or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe 30,000. Yeah, mental.
Yeah.
Good. The ETF news is massive. ETF news is huge. It's great for Bitcoin. It's great for NFTs. It's great for everything involved in crypto because Bitcoin's going to pump. Everyone's got all of us lot that's got loads of Bitcoin. They're going to have loads of money. And then what do you do with that money? You don't cash it all out. You start speculating on sub assets of crypto, which is NFTs, meme coins, all of that stuff. So it's a great future. It is.
But like for NFTs, like when is that going to roll up into NFTs itself, right? Because that could be tricky too, right? Like to, I don't know, like to, if you see Bitcoin, then you will see the art moving, the altcoin moving and stuff before like ETH and then like the bigger cap altcoins. But NFTs, like I was even thinking about that like last night or 2 weeks ago. Are we going to see like a new NFT bull market? Because with what we see with like meme coins and like altcoin, there is more liquidity, more everything than NFT market right now, right? So could be tricky. I don't know. Nah,
because you got to think in the last bull market, the bull market before that, there was crypto was there, meme coins were there, shitcoins were there, although they were there, right? So, and then NFTs came, and then volume went there as well. So, I think it's just a cycle. It is once crypto stabilizes, that's and no one knows. You ask when, no one knows. It could be ETF news could just go right. Okay, Bitcoin is solid at these prices now. It just stays there. People want to make money. People want to gamble, and they're not going to gamble on an asset that's stable. You know?
Yeah, no, 100%. And like just like you rotated a lot, like a year ago, like from NFTs to crypto. But when are you going to get back to NFT lanes?
I don't know, man. My crypto's tied up until I take profits on the cycle up, and that's not going to be till probably the beginning of 2025. I would imagine is probably when I'll start taking profits.
You're not touching NFTs before 2025?
I mean, I might cycle my own money back into it or other money, but I'm not going to touch the crypto that I've been DCAing into. It'd be stupid to sell it now. I mean, I could take profits on it and hope for a dip because we always do see a nice dip before the cycle. But this ETF really is hard to judge how this cycle is going to happen because normal cycles, we would see a pump up. We would see a nice pullback before we'd launch off for the bull cycle. Usually that pullback happens like right before the halving, and then the halving, we start trickling sideways, and then we have liftoff like 5-6 months down the line after the halving. But the ETF, it's never been in a cycle, so there's no way to judge what's going to happen this year leading into the bull cycle. If it's going to, kickstart the bull cycle, or are we going to see a bull cycle start before the halving? I mean, who knows? We don't know. There's nothing. There's no data. There's nothing that we can compare it to. So we really don't know. So I mean, all my crypto, instead of just selling and buying and selling and buying, I just leave it, and I just know eventually it's going to be worthwhile, and I'll sell it on the high end of the cycle. Hopefully, I'll time it like I did last year. I sold a lot of my crypto on the way up. I had exit points planned. I have exit points planned now because I used 15,000, the 15.5 range is the bottom. So I've already calculated like where we could go, and I already have some exits planned, but it's hard. I mean, I might have to redo it after the ETF starts, putting that into the factor, because if we see a pump up before the halving, I mean, it's really, it's unpredictable. It's just my opinion.
We can also like go up and like slow down because I don't know, like for him, it's hard to say, right? Because it can change everything basically.
I mean, if you look at the last two cycles, just use the last 2 cycles, we usually would pull back about 40% before the halving. After we have like a nice pump up, and that's exactly where we are right now. It's like we're like ready for that 40% pullback, but the ETF's here, so it's like hard to really judge if we're going to see that pullback.
Yeah, 100%. And Jack, what's your? Can you? Okay, are you gone? Are you here, Carlos? I think you also have like connection issues. Is that okay?
I've got connection issues.
Like I lost you 2-3 times, but is that good?
Yeah, me too.
Can you hear us? Okay.
Yeah.
And Jack, are you here?
No, I've left and joined a couple of times. I think my connection is also broken a bit. I don't know. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah,
like right now. Yeah. Don't move.
Yeah.
Don't touch anything. Don't move.
Yeah. It keeps kicking me out. So I was back and forth in that conversation, to be honest.
But okay, so like, what your portfolio looks like right now?
Just Solana, man. Like Solana NFTs. I know we kind of touched on it last week in the show, or maybe it could have been the week before. But I don't really dabble with any of like the NFTs on the ETH side. I don't hold any ETH either. It's just mainly all Solana. Obviously, I've got some of the bulls on Polygon that's going to be going to ETH soon, so I'll have some ETH NFTs in that side. But yeah, for me, it's just Solana meme coins or like Solana SPLs and Solana NFTs.
Yeah. And V, like it's I don't know if it's V. I think it's V. But yeah, Epiphany. It's Carl was in the chat because his name was in the same layout of the chat, but he doesn't have PFP. But Carl is here, right? Right, Carl?
I am indeed.
Yeah, let's go.
hiding in the shadows.
Oh yes. Always
so yeah,
watching.
like what do you do with like this BT ETF news?
For me, like I said, like Jazz said, it's just hard to. It's very, very good, obviously, but it's just hard to understand what impact it's going to have in the cycle. Everyone was expecting, it didn't get accepted. We go in like normal, pull back before the halving, consolidates, and then bang, then we just run up for however long. But with this thrown in the mix, does that pullback happen? Is there more manipulation after the ETF? Can that even happen in the way that we've seen it, like whale manipulation or retail manipulation? How's that going to be affected with these ETFs coming? And then also, are people going to speculate on ETH? And is that going to see a fucking massive run up because Bitcoin gets their first one? Then it's highly anticipated ETH's going to follow. So it's very hard to judge this cycle. Maybe the bull comes a bit earlier. But we just got to see how it plays out. I mean, if you're, like Jazz said, if he's DCAing in, just keep DCAing in until it's lift off time, and then take profits when you're comfortable and get ready to start the cycle again.
But can you imagine, if we have this Bitcoin ETF, then that means in 1 or 2 years we can legit see ETH one, and then can we see another one from other altcoins or even a ETF for altcoin? I don't know, an index of top altcoins. That would be crazy.
We was talking about that in the space before, sort of like a mutual fund, you know what I mean, where you put money in and you've got a diversified portfolio under this one sort of ETF thing. And I think that's definitely the direction it's going to go. It's like investing into a sector as opposed to investing into an individual asset or company, right? And yeah, I do think that is 100% the direction it goes.
Yeah, but what would you put into that index basically? Because are you gonna put Binance? Because if you put BNB, which is attached to Binance, then there is a huge political risk involved because Binance is China / Hong Kong. Do you want that into your ETF in a crypto ETF? It's.
Yeah, I believe it depends what sort of sector you want to invest in, eh?
Yeah, exactly.
Whether you want to invest in the finance sector, which we would say Binance, BNB, maybe even XRP, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Tech sector, which is like Solana, you'd say Ethereum, and a few of them. And then I guess the sectors will grow out within crypto where, different money is, different businesses are operating,
So you're going to apply for a Jelly ETF?
Not Jelly, because but maybe a different one. The sector of everything.
Yeah.
I think a DeFi ETF would be wonderful for a lot of people because a lot of people don't know how to dive into DeFi. So it'd be kind of cool if there was an ETF for it.
Yeah, but bro, you can't have an ETF on fucking Radium pool with
Who said you
FPY.
can? I mean, anything's possible.
No, I mean, a fucking bank, Goldman Sachs is not going to invest into your pool on Radium, which has a 10,000 APY and a liquidity of $100. That doesn't make sense.
Bro, pump my bags. That's all I care about.
Hey, am I rugging hard on the? Is it real bad? My connection.
You guys were. I think they're a little delayed in the chat, so I think they're talking about when I was talking. You guys kind of dropped out a little bit when I was talking a little bit.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I haven't seen you guys drop out since then.
Yeah, your camera kind of blurry. The most important thing is the sound, so it should be fine. And yeah, Carl is still with us, even if we can see him in the chat. So
oh, Dem Dan wants in. He's in the chat.
Boys, am I invited? I said that's what he was like. Oh, best go to the episode. I was like, sorry, Dem Dan, you're not invited to this one, mate. He's like,
so can I get invited?
Vince said I can up my own show.
Oh shit, he's not in the convo. Fuck.
No, we should add him in there. We should add Dem Dan into that group chat.
Whoopsie.
Yeah, he's not in the group chat, so he doesn't see the invite.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, let me invite the guy.
Gaming NFTs didn't make sense to you last year, neither did bonk. Yeah, I know. I sold my bonk when I first got airdropped from the Foxes. I did it because I was mad because I was a DeCod holder and they shunned us, and I was like, well, I don't want this coin. Then I just sold it. Took an L.
Yeah, like DeCod.
Took an L, my bunk. It wasn't much though. I
can't imagine how much money Vince would have got on bonk. Fuck
I know.
Okay, wait. Okay, so let me just first. What's up, Dam? You good? So sorry about that. We just shared the. Wait. Okay. So to explain to you, like we share the stream in like the Jelly Show conversation. I just add you in, and I thought you were in that conversation.
Group chat and
yeah. So
it's the core team chat.
We didn't blacklist you. I'm sorry. Peace. We love you.
No, it's okay. I understand. Like it's not like I ran here.
You ran.
Damn.
The runner.
I ran. Why can't I hear myself twice?
You probably got the stream still on your phone.
Okay. I think, can you guys hear me?
Jack with the common knowledge. You probably got the stream on.
Yeah.
I don't have echo, so
no, I didn't have the stream on. I did actually have the stream on. Anyways, all right, guys. Look.
He's excited to be here, man. He's excited.
I am excited. Well, because I ran, right? Because I was late and I ran to the office. And I was sweating and everything, but here I am, guys. Hi, thank you for inviting me.
Where is the office located to where you ran from? Like where were you?
My brother's house. Yeah.
Yeah, his bedroom. Yeah, it's upstairs.
He says the office. It's like in his basement.
Yeah. I ran it.
It's like me saying I'm running into my office. It's like literally like the next room over from my bedroom. My bedroom's like right there.
Dear Lord. Anyways, I'm glad to be
here.
Okay,
what?
Continue.
Yeah. And also, like, Carl, you were muted. I don't know if you were trying to talk because I didn't see you monitor it, but like you were muted, so I don't know if you talk. But yeah.
No, the kid came in the room asking me about the color purple, so I didn't think anyone needed to know about it. But now
okay, fair enough. Okay, cool. And gaming NFTs didn't make sense to you last year neither, did Punk? Yeah, a lot of shit don't make sense to me. Then I changed my mind, and then I act like I always had this take, It's like, even like the fucking meme coin stuff, I start to see it now. It's cool. Like, I made a tweet about the Gecko coin. I was like, yeah, what's the story about Gecko? And like a shit ton of people replied to me. Fucking crazy. Like the engagement was insane. So there's something. Carlos, we need to. Okay. I want to launch the Bald coin.
That's bald. The bald coin.
The bald. I want to launch the bald coin.
Why did you say it first time? The
Bald. Yeah, bald.
Yeah.
Okay, so the bald.
But I guess that's how it's spelled.
Yeah, exactly. I talk the way it's spelled.
Yeah.
But I have a better idea. I'm gonna make a show out of it, so it makes sense, like for education purpose only, you know what I mean? And I'm going to do a show and show to people who they can create meme coins. So we will have content, and then I will have an excuse to have a meme coins, and then I can make memes with ChatGPT. That's gonna be nice.
You and culture, get you and culture on the coin.
Exactly.
The faces of bald.
Yeah. Literally, the token image is just culture's head, like.
But that's cool. Not a show does not make what does not make it what? No, a show does not make it make sense. V, I need simple comments. I can't read that. That's too much.
I feel like people just like to mess with you, Vince, in the chat. They know how to type in the chat, so you try to say shit. It's hard to do.
See, like Hanma stack bald for shaved. See, this is memorable. This is so cool.
As you state the bold and you get shaved. You're pretty good.
But okay. So BTC ETF. Do we have anything? Oh yeah, Dan, do you have a take about like a BTC ETF? Like how do you position yourself on that news?
I definitely don't have a take on that. I think what Carlos said before. I listened to a little bit of it, and I think I just stand by that. It's not one of those things that I feel like we can predict, to be honest, what happens with it, necessarily how it impacts us completely, and we're just gonna have to wait and be patient and adapt to it as it comes.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, good take. I love your take, bro. Good. And also another news, like, okay, so you have like this zero knowledge coins like Monero and Zcash, and they're probably gonna, like, they've been flagged like as like monitoring activity on Binance. It's probably because of regulation, because all of that regulation nightmare. And yeah, okay. Do you think the ecosystem need ZK coins? And is that like a utility, or we're just building another Silk Road with that shit?
I think attaching a coin to everything don't make sense in some aspects. It just seems like the guy or the team at the top and their friends are just trying to make more and more money, you know?
Yeah.
It makes sense in some aspects, depending on how your sort of protocol or project or whatever set up. But I think coins are made coins for marketing purposes as opposed for use cases and real utility, you know what I mean? And then like people just get left behind.
I'm talking about like I'm not talking about the meme coin stuff. I'm talking about like the Monero and Zcash, like, you know, when you don't have like privacy coins, like the privacy coin, and Binance started to like flag them like zero knowledge coins, like, you know, like ZK coins are the layer 2 for better ETH utility. It makes sense. That's different. The privacy coin stuff like Monero and Zcash, when like you don't have an explorer because you can see the transaction and like the blockchain itself, right? And Binance flagged them to probably like for regulation purpose, because they have all of these bullshit. Not bullshit. Like it's kind of legit. That basically what happened. But like, yeah, do we really need zero knowledge coins in our ecosystem? It's tricky, right?
Yeah, I think if we want to be regulated and real institutions to get involved, at the end of the day, these ZK coins and like they're not gonna go anywhere with regulation coming in, because everyone, like the US, want all the knowledge they can get, you know what I mean? And they're the ones who kind of control the financial world. So it makes sense that Binance. I didn't know that it was news, but it makes sense that Binance are now starting to say no, just because they've got into bed with the US, they've got rid of CZ. And as I said before, last week, I said it was either last layer of protection and stuff like this, where they're now removing these ZK coins. And I've used Zcash for a bunch of stuff back in the day to move money around, and like it's just anonymous, right? No one knows how that got into that wallet. So, but yeah, no, in terms of regulation, it's never gonna sit well with the US, and that means that the big exchanges just able to use it because, it's essentially money laundering in a sense, because it's.
I don't know what you're talking about.
What? You're shitting yourself on it, like, oh no, you've been delisted. Fuck.
And then you have to go to your local Zcash .com to exchange manually, like peer-to-peer, like the whole time. Like, have any of you guys like still hold like any of the coin? Like, I know Jack is like Sol Maxi, so it's like nothing but Sol. But like, do you have anything else, guys? Than them? Oh yeah, Jack, yes.
For me, man, it's just obviously I locked up all of my Gecko for a year today. To be honest, I didn't really look into it too much. I basically stake it there for a year, and I get like 50% of what I put in back in a year's time. For me, it's just like, as we say, like I feel like Gecko definitely has big potential. This next pump and the Solana run. So listen, I plan to hold it long term anyway, so I might as well lock it up for a year and get those extra rewards and hope for the best. Hope for the best that Gecko in a year is up from now, which I hope it will be. So yeah, that's locked away for a year. Obviously, then I've got Bonk. I've got a bit of Chunky too. Just a few of these different SPLs and all these funny things. There's like Chunk,
Ethereum, you've got Bonk, Chunk, Wonk,
fuck Bitcoin, just buy Bonk, you know what I mean?
It's like I got all the meme coins chilling.
I've got all the meme coins,
don't invest in Bitcoin.
You can lock Gecko. You can lock Gecko up on Dual Finance on their site. I think the year contract is full already, but there's 3 months and 6 months as well.
They reopen it. The real
yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
So the difference is
yeah.
the difference is now this the second contract that's open for a year for 12 months is going to get expired one day after the previous one, which means you kind of have a disadvantage when it comes to that because people might dump once the year finishes. But it is what it is. If you do believe in the coin, personally, I would. I don't hold any Gecko. I'm thinking of buying some and actually doing it because I feel like out of all the meme coins, you know, like Bonk and Gecko are the ones that are mainly, I mainly think have some potential, right? So yeah,
I locked some up in all 3, 6, and 12.
Yeah, I'm never a big fan of locked period of stacking. Like, yeah, like Carlos, was it a discussion like when you wanted like to like before like burning all of the jelly, like if you wanted like to control a bit like more the supply, like to have staking locked? Was it a conversation?
Yeah, I wouldn't look at the new tokenomics if you're not a fan of locked staking.
Yeah, I know, but like I know. Like,
watch him retract everything he just said. No, like yeah, actually, it's actually all right. No, ours is not locked. It's vested. It's the difference, right? So they get their original back, and then it's vested over a period of time. The NFTs are not locked. You get your emissions daily still. So, but lock staking, it works. It works. It just depends on the conviction of your community. And I'd say geckos have one of the most convicted communities in NFTs as a whole. So it works for them.
Yeah, they locked up a shit ton of Gecko for a year. A lot of people did. It's crazy. It's good for the coin. I mean, it's really good for the coin because it takes a lot out of circulation for a year pretty much. But I mean, nobody was going to sell it anyway. Those same people that locked it up were not going to sell it. They didn't have plans to sell it, which is crazy to think about because it's kind of like a bonus to them.
Yeah, but like Demdan said, like it creates a massive event in 365 days that can fuck up your whole ecosystem in a way. You know what I mean?
But I mean, yeah, I mean, if the price goes up a lot, yeah, but people have the right to exercise at a locked in price. So if the price is 3x from now I'm able to buy half of what I staked at a locked in price that I signed up for now. So of course I'm going to exercise that right. I'm going to buy it because it's worth 3 times if I buy it and then I can sell it. But you're right. People will probably buy the right and then sell it for profit, but they'll keep the original. I mean, that's what a lot of people will do. So if I locked up $1 million and I'm getting 500,000, I'll buy the 500,000 strike and then I'll just sell it for profit. And I mean, that's good. But yeah, you're right. It will definitely tank the token a little bit.
But wait. You're buying back your own token?
Well,
you at the stacking price, right?
Yeah, so you get a certain price locked in. So remember the screenshots I shared in staff chat? If you look at them, there's a price there, and that's the price that I can pay for the token if I decide to exercise the right in the time period. So if I locked up for 3 months, I have up until the date that it expires to exercise that contract. So I can then buy it for that locked in price. So if Gecko tomorrow 3x's, I could technically buy it, but it could always go down before the 3-month expiration. You know what I'm saying? So you wait usually till like the day before your expiration and kind of look where it is like that week before and like, all right, I should buy it. I should, and you don't have to buy it,
But no, but like that means, okay, so that means you buy your token twice for a 3x up and then you profit like just 1x.
What do you mean by twice? Though?
I mean, like, you bought your coin at 1, you lock it at 2, and it's going to 10. You lose if you buy back the options. You lose the price of the price of the locked-in price plus the price that you bought the token. So you lose. You know.
What if the token was given to you as an airdrop, though? Then what?
Okay, it's free.
Because all my Gecko is free.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Makes sense.
I think it does give them a lot of time as well, though, right? To build out the stuff. And the good thing about the options is people can stagger out, so it's not just like one big event where it all gets unlocked at the same time and then they all just sell their profits or whatever, So it is cool. But like you say, the remainder does stay there. So
yeah, so
it'd be interesting to see. Yeah. It's not what the good thing about it is it's not copy paste, right? This is like a new model around an SPL token that we've not really seen before. So it'd be interesting to see how it plays out for sure, man.
But I think like that's the way of doing things in Web3, right? Like if you copy paste everything from another project, you're fucked because everyone is like catching up the meta. And if you don't set something new in everything that you do, like you're lagger, and then like you're not going to experiment things that can fail, but you're just like not doing anything that makes sense for the people and get hype and stuff like that. That's cool.
Yep.
Yeah. And like, is like this staking, is that open for new tokens?
Is what, sorry?
Like the dual finance platform. Can I stake views on it?
I think you have to like sign up and do stuff because Bonk did it with them for the Bonkmas event, and that's kind of how people first found out about dual finance, because you had one of the things you had to do for your nice list was stake 1 million Bonk minimum on their validator for like a month or something like that. Yeah, I think it's a month because I have Bonk locked up that's gonna like free up at the end of the month. But I just feel like Gecko probably saw that and they were like, let's check this out. I mean, dual finance seems okay. I mean, I think they're relatively new. I'd never heard about them before Bonkmas, honestly. So I'm in their Discord. Their Discord's kind of lame, but there's some good information in there. It's just not really that active. But the devs in there are definitely transparent. They're always posting stuff. So
that's cool. If
anybody wants an invite, I can always drop them an invite to the Discord.
Maybe we can lock some views. Maybe even if I don't like to lock views for 20 years, maybe we can do it anyway. That could be cool.
Yeah,
lock it up for 20 years. Yeah, you have to put someone else's name on there just in case you're gone.
20 years. Like who?
10,000% happy, guaranteed. Like I will 10,000 new bags if you lock for 20 years. Yeah.
I'll send it. I'm in.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I'd even like. I don't even think I committed to anything for 20 years in my life other than living.
And
Hey, I got an interesting topic, right?
Yes.
So the project that's launching now that's got a lot of hype, is it Crypto Kings, something like that?
Undead Cryptos, yeah.
Undead Crypto, right? Yeah, I was listening to Outer on Space before, and he mentioned like a lot of people are calling it a rug now. I'm not saying I'm on the fence. I don't know anything. But their strategy in terms of marketing, no one knows what the art looks like. No one knows what they're about. The thing that got the hype, right, was apparently somebody bought a whitelist token for 12 Sol. And then that spread like wildfire. Everyone wanted pre-sale. Everyone got in. So, and then they closed pre-sale because they were over allocated. So it's like, everyone's like, fuck, I've missed it. And then they opened up it again and told all these projects, you got 5 minutes. Like you got 10 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever it was. Get your community to mint the pre-sale, get into the pre-sale. So all of those aspects, if you think about it, it's just catered to FOMO, right? No one knows what they're doing. No one knows what the art is, but everyone wants to get involved because they don't want to miss out on a whitelist that sold for 12 Sol. Like, how about if it was just one of their team members that bought that whitelist? How about it was just one person? Yeah. Like, it's weird how easy it is to create a situation in this market where it creates ultimate FOMO, because that's what happened, right? No one knows what they're minting, no one knows what it's about, no one knows. Potentially one of the team members is a rogue, but everyone wants to get involved. So on the basis of what? Because a whitelist sold for 12 Sol. Like, what's your take on that? Because everyone's saying potentially it's all been manipulated in a sense that the team members have done all of the stuff. There was never over-allocated, all that stuff, you know what I mean? So
I personally don't trust the project. I looked at their Twitter and it was like a red flag for me because there's no activity on their Twitter. Their Twitter has like 12 posts in the last like 6 months. I mean, if it's a hype project, remember OK-Bears? OK-Bears got hype because they constantly market it. They constantly were in your face. They constantly were posting tweets. They were everywhere, and that's what made OK-Bears hype pre-mint got so hyped. They might have botted their followers, they might have did other things, who knows, on Twitter, but they had engagement. They were in your face. I never heard about the project till, like you said, everybody started coming into like my server and coming into Jelly server. Can we get this waitlist? Can we get this waitlist? That's when I first heard about it. Everybody was talking about it because they wanted the whitelist, and then like seeing people fight over how the whitelist was done, I literally was like, you guys are like falling for the hype bullshit again, because we see it all the time in the space. We've seen the same cycle. You see the hype bullshit happen. The project either flops or does well for a month or two, but you never hear about it again after it mints. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like market manipulation in its finest. And I mean, I think I heard that some base guys were involved in the pre-sale, and that's what kind of got a lot of hype behind it, because they were interested in it. Because once the Basie guys get into it, everybody wants in. So I also heard that too in the beginning. That's what kind of built their hype, was that some of their guys were kind of backing it and talking about it. But I just don't trust it. I had red flags, just myself doing my own diligence, just looking into them. But I'm not, again, do your own thing in the space. Don't follow hype, guys. Hype just burns you. You get in, get out, make some good money, cool. But I don't know, man. I just think it's all bullshit, this particular mint. And I hope I'm wrong. I hope some of you guys make money. But if you do mint it, take profits.
Yeah, people are gonna make money. That's a good thing, right? That's the only thing that is a positive for me about this. Whether we like it or not, I guess we can't really know the full story, even if we know one side of the story. Like some people say it's about Google, some people say it's a scam, some people say they rugged, some people say they haven't rugged, right? We don't really know. We can't really be 100% sure about it. As long as you make money off of it, then good for you. GG's, well done, and keep doing it. What I will say, I do know a lot of people that have sold their wallets for 17 Sol and around that range. And I do think a lot of people, the way they've done the marketing is probably an example for a lot of people how to actually do it, I feel. Maybe their intentions aren't good, but if people can take an example of what they did and then use it for their marketing, I think that's a good thing.
But do you not think that it's like, I guess it does cater for the space, but do you not think the space needs to be more educated on, like like everyone threw $250 in this pre-sale, right? It was 2.5 so everyone threw $250 at basically nothing, and the hope that this is potentially going to do something. You know what I mean?
That's the art market too, right? Like, I realize a shitty painting. You are also an artist that have like who are able to paint anything. I buy your shit for $100,000. You buy mine for the same price, and we both have a quote of 100,000 market cap for pens because we just bought it for one to another, right? That's how we we value NFTs. And yeah, like Damdam is right. Like everyone is expecting making like a flip on an NFTs, and that's why like my offer and demand. So I agree with you, Carlos. Like it's like that, and that's why I want to use this channel to like share the investment thesis. So if you buy an NFT, I want to buy an NFT an NFT project that build a business, because that's why I understand. That's why for me it makes more sense. But I also understand people who flip a mint from free mint to 0.1 Sol, and that's dub.
Like just in this, like Demna said, so someone paid 17 Sol for a wallet that is in,
that's fucked,
right? And then you still have to pay 2.5 Sol to mint it, right? You don't get it for free with the wallet.
Yeah.
For 17 plus that 20 Sol, whatever, you could buy a Rascal, a Smith, and a DeCod3rs, which are all free projects that are building cool shit. And you could buy get invested in all three of them. Instead, you threw 20 Sol at
exactly.
Basically fuck all. No one knows what it is. You threw 20 Sol at it. So do you not see like where 100%. The education is needed at that point?
100%. When it comes to that, that is the riskiest shit you can do is exactly that, right? The buy for 17 Solana. The least risky. It's not that risky if you think about it. If you're just buying pre-sale, right? Due to all the demand there is, it's not that risky. It's actually a decent play because you can either sell the wallet for easy profit, or you can wait and risk even more and then sell it for a pretty easy profit after when they mint. But what he did is definitely lacking education and just falling into the FOMO and all that. Yeah, sure.
Or it can be just a team member buying the fucking whitelist, right?
Or it could be that, yeah.
Is probably because, like, for example, okay, so for DeCod3rs, like, okay, so we had the hype for the mint because free mint, blah, 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 whatever. And then we didn't have a lot of activities on the secondary market because, okay, so we had like the Bozo mint at the same fucking time, same day, etc. So like the liquidity went into that collection, but also we didn't have like any massive push from influencers because I don't want to pay $25,000 to get pushed by like 0x Bored Ape 25 whatever to just chill my project, right? Like if you don't understand this watch to earn vision and like content creation, whatever, like yeah, that's I don't want you in my community, basically. You know what I mean? Like I don't know, right? But at the same way, you need those chill from influencers to get hype and then to have like a meaningful collection that will allow you to have volume, and then you have market makers that incentive the volume, and then you have a successful product. So
I don't think that's bad. I don't think it's a bad thing. All those things you're saying. I think if you use them for the right reasons and you have a good incentive and good motive at the end, I think you should be doing those things if you can, using influencers and market making, all these things. But of course, for the right reasons.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. But like everything is hype at the end of the day. Like, is that if you are able to generate hype out of like buying a whitelist, if you are a legit product, like, yeah, it's cool. But should you do it? Like, would you do it? I don't know. It
is tricky because I believe that the space is in a bad state when shit like that happens, because we're like, new people come in, they fall for this shit, they throw $250, fucking $2,000, like apparently $2,000 at Summit, and they get rugged, and then they go, fuck this, NFTs are a scam, and it just goes NFT, and that's the narrative around people that are outside of our little bubble, is NFTs are a scam, and it's exactly because of reasons that we but the space caters to, you know what I mean? Which is what Demdan say. Demdan saying it's good because it works, but it works because the space is unfortunately full of fucking idiots. Like, let's be honest. Like, that's the truth. It should definitely be more due diligence on people you're giving your money to. Like, if you go to list your stock on the stock market, you don't hide your face. You don't fucking. You have to. It's a public thing. You know what I mean? Go and ask for VC funding off a company that or like a VC funders. They're gonna want to KYC you. They're gonna want to know who you are. But in this space, you can put a hat on. Like, look at Frank. He obviously did a good job, but when he first came out, he's wearing a hat. He's wearing a fucking bandana. He looked like a thief. You know what I mean? He's got a hat, glasses, and bandana. Give me your money. You know what I mean? But I just think that because we allow degeneracy in a sense, and it is a good thing. It is good in a sense, but it gets abused. That's what I'm trying to say. It gets abused by people. That's where you lose your money.
That's the ethos of Web3 too, right? Like, I don't want regulation. I want people to make mistakes. I prefer to have people who lose their shit and with going to have their portfolio going to zero, to have fucking like the ACC of crypto coming up and say, oh yeah, no, don't buy Bitcoin because XYZ, and then in the back, like, they're fucking buying a shit ton. They're shorting Bitcoins because they say they're gonna make a tweet about like, oh yeah, by the way, your ETF is denied. You know what I mean? Like, it's just let people make mistake. Own them. Like, you have to own them. It's not the fault of, it's a fault of the rugger if you get rugged, but it's also because you bought a fucking like NFT without any business plan or like business experience. And I mean, kind of works too sometimes, because if you bet on like a Y Combinator educated guy that builds some cool shit with his friend in his garage, that can work too. So I don't know. It's tricky. Like, it's a Wild West, but that's what makes it cool too, right? People are degen, they want to flip for 0.1 Sol, but that, in a way, I prefer to have that ecosystem than buying a fucking stock on your broker that is regulated, but that you have like $10,000 insured. And if there is something bad happen, by the way, SoftBank rugged, so yeah, can pay you anyways. Not SoftBank, like Silicon Valley closed, so yeah, you fucked and you lost your dollars anyway. Like, yeah.
I think you definitely do make valid points, and it is what makes Web3 that it is is fun. And I just feel that we'd be in a lot better position if ruggers didn't have it so easy. Like, it's the same people over and over again sometimes, just launching collections, 100%. Minting, scamming, gone. Remember that guy, the
Balloonsville guy?
Yeah, Balloonsville. He did the lizards, whatever they were.
Yeah.
But so yeah, Jack, you've been in the space for a very long time. What's your opinion on all of that? Because obviously quite like diverse right now.
Like what them that mentioned earlier, and like how it's for this specific one with the crypto and deads, and now like it's not a bad like marketing strategy. The thing is, I don't think this isn't really a thing that many projects can do. Like, I really believe that there's people behind this that are involved in all these bigger DAOs. Like, I mean, Boogles and maybe some Day Kings and stuff as well. And like, from what I've seen, a large allocation of these pre-sales have went to like these top 3 DAOs, which is like Boogles, and one other, which is like maybe a third of the collection or even more, is just going to those 3 communities. And unfortunately in the space, like the the bigger guys in the space are all a part of these ecosystems, right? And if they're pushing something, like everyone else is going to follow, because it's just the way it is. Like, these are the guys with the big pockets. These are the guys always showing, oh, look, I made fucking 100K this month. So it's natural that people will say, whatever they do, I want to do. Like, I want to, make money like them. So I don't think it's something that like just your average new project can do. Like, you need to have people in these different places that'll like really push it, and who are obviously going to be incentivized to push it, right? Because they're obviously getting, X from the project, or they're getting these pre-sales or whatever. So I think that's why this project specifically, and like a lot of projects that have launched over the last year, have definitely fallen under the same bracket in terms of things are being pushed in certain places to really drive the project forward pre-mint. And what's going to happen, I took part in pre-sale. Like, I'm just going to flip it, hope to get profit. I feel like there will be profit. I feel like there's rugs all the time. Like, a lot of these projects that come out, a lot of these shitcoins too that have come out over the last like few months. Like, I'm under the belief that it's all basically from like a lot of the same teams, a lot of the same guys that have hands in pockets in these different big communities and these like different influential people, and they just keep rinsing and repeating all the same shit over and over again because it works. Like, why would you stop doing it if they just keep printing money for free? Like, obviously they don't give a fuck about the overall ecosystem. They just care that their bank account is here every month with this new project that they launch. So like, yeah, just to like go against what Dan said in a way, like, this is a great marketing thing. It's like, it's great for them because they're just a select few people that are just fucking constantly generating money for themselves. But for your average project, like, they can't really just do this, you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm under the impression that this and like a lot of other projects that you've seen released probably since like the start of 2022, like over the last like year or 2 years, have just been a rinse and repeat from the same people at the top that'll just keep doing it until they stop getting away with it, which I don't know if it'll ever happen because they just keep getting away with it over and over again.
Yeah. Yeah. So I agree with you, Jack, completely when it comes to that. But I'm saying it's an example to take from the people that do have good intentions in this space. They should look at this and be like, how did they do it? And if they can do it and replicate it and actually use it for good instead of for bad.
You won't be able to. You have to have, in my opinion, you have to have your ear or your voice in the ear of these fucking top influential people, a part of these big DAOs, right? Because there's obviously a few guys at the top that are just running and taking fucking a pile of money off the top. Whether it's involved in like these different launchpad marketplaces, whether it's involved in, again, all these big DAOs, like, there's definitely people involved in all of these areas that are pushing the same shit over and over again, and they're obviously going to be financially like incentivized to do so, you know what I mean? So again, like, unless you can, like in this specific example that we're saying, like, unless you're a new project and you can get in touch with these guys and get something going, which I don't know how possible that is. Like, you won't be able to replicate exactly what they're doing because they've obviously had the system in place for a while and they know exactly what to do and exactly where to push it, and they've got it down to a T basically. And to be able to replicate it, it's going to be super tough unless you have your voice in the ears of these certain guys.
It's different narrative because if you look at that tweet, I don't know if it was you, Jazz, I put it in there from that geezer calling it out as a rug. He's saying, oh no, he's a founder of this in 2021, like, raised X amount of money, like, rugged it, they done fuck all. But then you look underneath and the guy's like, I was hired as part of the team for marketing. Like, I'm not the founder, but I got paid for my services to market it. Like, the founder fucking got off. Like, how deep do you look when you do your own research? A lot of, like, with ETH, people are a bit more measured. Like, they look at it and they're like, okay, this is an investment over time. It's costing me X amount for a gas fee anyway. So, and when gas is high, when it's sort of peak Ethereum, people are paying, grands in gas fees. So they're measured a little bit more. They know it's long term. They know it's going to go down, going to go up. And eventually when they're comfortable at a profit level, with Solana, like, it's just fucking cheap and quick, right? So people just gamble. Yeah. And in the bull run, when people have been stacking it, and we saw it in peak 21 or whatever, people have thrown around fucking hundreds of dollars for a sol, like at mints, and it would 2-3x or whatever, and then people get off. Like, in the bear, you would think that we've become a bit more measured, but Solana ecosystem isn't measured because it's so fucking cheap. People would take a gamble. It's the same with the meme coins. They just throw money at it and then open, and if it's a loss, they're like, oh, on to the next one, on to the next one. With ETH, you don't really find that because of the gas fees, right? So in terms of the example that we're using now, like, how deep do you do your research? If you got pre-sale, do you give a fuck? Like, really? Like, you're just hoping that it's going to go off. Like, you're probably sat on the narrative of, well, this geezer was hired for marketing, so it's probably going to be all right. And if he was hired for marketing, that's shown that he knows what he's fucking doing, because this is going ballistic, regardless of how it's gone ballistic. If you haven't got whitelist or pre-sale and you're a bit salty about it because your community got missed or you were late for that or whatever, you're probably going to look at it and go, oh, mate, the prick's a rugger. Like, nah, it's going to go to fucking zero. Glad I missed out. Like, how much of it is cope? Like, you always get those two sides of the fence depending on where you're at. I'm the same as Jack. Like, I've had a quick look. I have no real intention to hold it. Luckily, I got one pre-sale. I hope it like 2x's, 3x's sweet, get out, make a little bit of money, and then put that into something else that's more long-term for me, either, you know, bonk or pickups and collections. No, not beers. Well, 11 days clean now. Come on. So
say that out loud.
So it wasn't even a problem. It's just a personal. Yeah, it wasn't even a problem. It's just a personal goal, isn't it? Oh, listen, I'll go and get a beer right now.
His camera's not on me. He's shaking.
Oh my god!
That's why he's not on camera, guys. He's got a blanket over his head. He's like in the corner.
I've got old bottles of Stella that I'm just sniffing to remind me of the good times.
No, in all realness, man, getting off the alcohol is one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life. So, congrats on how many days you have already.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's fucking weeks, nearly 2 weeks. But yeah, I just think it's narrative based, and people fit into that side of things as they want, depending on how they're situated on it. If you got pre-sale, you're obviously going to go, well, he's not a rugger, it was hard for marketing, because you want it to go ballistic. Like, if you haven't,
just don't care.
Yeah, or you just don't care. Like, if you haven't, people are like salty, they maybe missed out, so they're going to push the rugger side. Like, this is the issue with Solana, and where I think we will grow up eventually. It's just because it's fucking very, very cheap to do something on chain doesn't mean you shouldn't do a level of due diligence. Yeah. And I feel like that will come more and more. And I feel like people going into this bull run that's been here through the bear will probably be a lot more cautious when all these fucking degen mints come out, because we will get back into that cycle. We're already starting to see it. We will get back into a cycle, and where, you know, 2, 3 years ago, people just throwing a load of soul around. I think people will be a bit more cautious around it.
Yeah. I mean, like, if people were tired to get rugged anyway, they would buy blue chip only.
Yeah.
Like, there is, I mean, you have like less reward and multipliers ahead of you when you buy, like, I don't know, like FFF at 15, or like Jelly. Jelly is the same price, like a Rascal is the same price, I guess. I think, right? It's around $20, 20 soul.
No, down a little bit more than that.
Yeah,
like
8. You haven't checked in a while, eh?
Yeah.
Okay, so
watch this pure fucking capitulated face in a minute.
Yeah. Watch when he just watches his bags and he's like, "Oh fuck."
Oh fuck. Okay.
In a minute.
Yeah, but like, okay, so you have less multipliers, or like you have less multipliers than a mint that's going to do 2x and 3x in like 2 hours. But is that more secure? Like, is that an NFT thesis to just invest like into projects that have like 1 year of like presence on fucking Tensor? Like, are you going to make money?
Like, I think the market is catered to the degen, right? 100%. Yep. And what do people buy? What are people buying NFTs for? They're not buying because they want to be community members as a whole. They're buying because they want to make money. So what you just said there about the potential of potentially getting a 2x overnight over a few hours, they're going to lean towards that play, and then they'll go. But people's minds will go, I'll mint that. And Culture said it perfectly. I'll mint that, and then I'll rotate it into a play that I'm bullish on, kind of thing, and like think for the long term.
But then how do you position yourself as a business that, you know, people hack that way, but you're building for the long term and you're building a real business? Because you're not going to like get those people who basically are trading and making volume on secondary market, and you're doing something else. And something for us, like
look at if you look at our tokenomics now, it's structured in a way where you need to stake to earn the token and stake that token for the long term, and you will constantly be rewarded by having a pool of funds there available every single month for you to claim from. So it puts sort of a speculative side on, if I buy this Rascal, I stake it, I get the token, I lock the stake up, I lock the token up, and I'll keep like accumulating the token over time, maybe even buy more so I can put it into the pools. So that's the way we're trying to handle it, because we know that, yeah, like you say, people would much rather risk on a 2x, and it's the same why money flows out of Bitcoin, right? When Bitcoin pumps, Bitcoin goes up, and then it consolidates, and you start seeing alts pump, you start seeing this pump. That's because money's rotating from Bitcoin into them, because people want to try and make the money. And the long-term assets or NFT projects, it's highly unlikely that in the short term they're going to 2x, 3x, 4x. Whereas this new little degen thing, that's where they're going to try and make the money, you know?
Yeah.
So it's the same sort of mindset.
But from a holder perspective, I don't know like which one is best, like to hold an NFT long term or just trade. Because like for example, I know like exactly.
The reality of the matter is, I'm sorry for cutting you off, by the way.
No, that's great.
The reality of the matter is, if you want to make quick money as quick as possible, you want to trade, you don't want to forget about anything long term. If you want something that can revolutionize the way you live on a daily basis, and if you're someone that has patience, then you have to look and really educate yourself and look through all the shit projects, and then find something that can actually change your day-to-day life. But if you trade, it's riskier. You might lose everything, but you also might make really quick money. But most people are, I think, like 90% of the space is like degen traders, right?
Yeah. And they create volume and they create everything. And our project needs those guys to create volume, to get like incentive on the secondary marketplace to be highlighted, because you generate volume. And if you don't have that, then you are like a walking dead project, because you don't have the volume. So you don't like, it's tricky as fuck, man.
That's what alpha callers do, right? That's why
alpha callers do it most of the time when they're in the know, because they're about to call something and they'll just buy it and list it. That's why. Not our alpha callers. I'm not saying that, but that's what a lot of alpha callers did back in the day. Like when it was like 100%, they'd sweep it and then list it and then call it. Like
it's 21, layer in levels. Where's my exit? And then layer it down, and then they get out at a decent profit across 20 that they've just swept or whatever. It's the same with NFTs as your portfolio, right? Like you got the store of wealth, which you can look at the blue chips of being stuff that you know is ongoing, rewarding over a long term. You don't have to sell the asset to gain value back out of that. And then you've got your mid-level ones, which are more your flips. You can see them doing something, but you're not quite, fully behind the team, or as in the know, or as invested as in that particular team. So you buy that on the speculation that they're going to build and eventually one day become a blue chip, and then you've got a level to get out, and then you've got your degen play. So like you've got your Bitcoin or Ethereum, I guess, and then you've got like your sort of like alts, and then you've got like the next level. Do you know what I mean?
I thought you called Bitcoin as like your degen play.
No. And then you've got like your proper degen plays, like your shitcoins you fucking gently used 2001 on the Civic and fucking blue chips like bonk. Buy bonk, everyone. But like I feel like people have to understand, like you can treat NFTs like that with a portfolio and diverse yourself a bit. And if you make some money on a degen, then you can put that into the next layer up, try and find those emerging blue chips, and then you sell them, and then you reinvest that back into projects that you're 100% certain on long term, that you back the founders, you understand that you've been a community member for a while. And I feel like the projects fit into those sort of three categories, and that's a reasonable way of looking at it. I know people have degen wallets, which are just like flow on shitcoins, and if they hit a banger, then they move that into something else and move it into something else. I feel like NFTs, people will start doing that in this next bull run, and trying to get these mints to flip and then diverse themselves out.
Yeah.
And I have a degen wallet, and it's never. I'm not. That's the wallet I'm down the most on.
That's called your main wallet, bro.
No, it's called my burner.
I mean, that's why also like OG project launch a second collection. Then you have like the SPL token launch, blah, blah, blah. Like all of that, it's like create novelties into a project that have like a 6 month, 1 year, 2 years timeline, right? And if executed well, that's novelty, like put your project on the map and the whole ecosystem too. So
mate, the thing is, it don't take much for a project to pump, right? You see, there's something that happened this week. Is Azuki went from fucking like 3 to 7, 8, close to 9, I think it was. Elementals went from 0.4 to close to 1 ETH, and that was just because on the speculation that they might be launching a token. Like they might be launching a token, so they went up by 300% over like literally in hours. Volume, I think we worked out, what was it, like $30 million, $300 million or something like that. It was something mental. The volume was
5,000 and something ETH on it.
Yeah, 5,000 Ethereum. So what's that? 200 million.
Shit, man.
It is. So I imagine if they still had royalties attached to that, like 10% is $20 million in a day. You know what I mean? Like if you're a blue chip project and you're if you're aspired to be, you're building cool shit and all that stuff. Once you get it right, once you're ready to take off, kind of thing, the volume will come. The volume will come for sure. And I think Azuki proved that this week.
That's what happened with DeCod3rs. Like we went to fucking like 10 Sol to 200 because of dust, and we were printing like crazy. So that like NFTs, degens want more NFTs from your NFTs until it's a bull market. It's a bear market.
Yeah, I think we're gonna see a good example of it too once you guys with everything with Jelly is pushed out and everything starts moving in action. You're going to see it because people are going to realize the profits that they can get, and they're going to see for firsthand. Same thing with gambles. Once that engage to earn goes live, people are going to be like, oh wait a minute, this is good. Like meanwhile, they've been sitting on their thumbs the whole time, and they have the chance to buy things cheap right now, both with like Rascals and Gambles. But until they see it in action, that's when they're going to FOMO in. And the price already might have 3x or 4x, and they've been looking at the collection. It's just the way the degens are in this space. Whereas there's other people that are just patient, and they're like, all right, I see what they're doing. I'm going to buy a bunch of these, and I might flip a few on the pumps up and take a little money there. And I'm going to also play the residual side and just, earn some residual income and just chill out. Like me, I'm very patient with my gambles and my Jelly because I know what you guys are building. So I know eventually those assets that I've been holding, they're just sitting in my wallet doing whatever they want to do, are going to eventually pay off. And I'm fine with that. And that's the thing that a lot of people miss in this space. Not a lot of people have long-term vision in this space, and that's bad in Web3. If we can get more people on the long-term side backing real businesses, and even EPH said in the chat, a lot of projects don't have much intention or knowledge in business, and that is super important in Web3. You just got kids in their basements creating projects, and people are like, oh, let's get it, and they FOMO in. You can make some profits, get out, cool. But when you find people that are actually building businesses like Jelly Team has, and with Gambles and everything that like it's real life, those are the things you really want to invest in long term and rotate your profits back into, kind of like what Jack and Dem and Carlos have been saying, and Carl about like, getting those hype mints and flipping them and rotating them back into something that's solid. At least that's my perspective. That's how I've always played NFTs. And I think that's the best way to play them, is to rotate those profits into building businesses, residual incomes, and things that are going to pay you just to hold, where you can take the profits out on that residual side and keep your assets. And eventually you could sell one of your assets. Like when I took profits on DeCod3rs, I sold my DeCod3rs for 12, 14K a piece. You know what I mean? Like that was great profit. I mean, especially if you look at like the price of them now in comparison.
Look at Vin's face. You prick. I've seen it. I sold my DeCod3rs for 12 quid. Like, but I fucking didn't.
I sold my DeCod3rs between 12 and 14,000 in US. But that's the thing, is I look at my assets in USD value. A lot of people just look at the SOL price, the ETH price. I'm always looking at USD value because I'm an investor. I look at what is tangible, like what's the money relate to. That's just the way I've always been. But I mean, that's just my insight.
I saw a tweet of someone, like I don't remember the name, but like he was sharing a screenshot of like sales of DeCod3rs at 800 SOL, and he was saying, "Oh yeah, do you think we're gonna see those price again?" And so like in the comments, like the replies was, no, it's not happening. Now it's over. And I was calculating with my stack and shit at current market plus was like 4.5 mil.
What, with SOL going up? Yeah, with
SOL going like we sold at because I would sell like 45 DeCod3rs at 100 like 800 piece SOL, and at 100 SOL price. That's 4.5.
Oh my god.
So there is that. But whatever.
Keep thinking about that, mate.
Yeah,
I hope that really burns. I hope that burns inside.
Don't think about it for too long, bro.
I know. We want you in next week.
Yeah, whatever. But
that's it's a very common mindset,
Yeah, what?
That's a very common mindset, What if and what if and what if, and
yeah,
if
no, exactly.
I did this,
like you get sick, bro. Like I was like like my portfolio is still not like disgusting, like it's good enough number, and I was still, oh yeah, bro, like if I knew, I would have sold at that time. And then like, okay, like everyone is in the red, and I'm here crying of like, what if? Like I can't do that, bro. Like it's crazy, but it's gonna impact my next bull market, so that's sad too, because that's not gonna see. Don't think I'm gonna see those same numbers, but yeah, whatever. It is what it is.
Those what ifs, it's that like it does happen, and it's like it's something new, right?
100%.
I'm looking at the bonk. It's like I might as well say this, right? I wish I sold bonk an hour ago and then bought it back this hour, and then an hour before that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just it's the same shit. Like you can't predict what's going to happen in the future. You just have to ride it. And you believe in DeGods long term. You weren't going to sell your DeGods then. You're probably not going to sell your DeGods now. You know what I mean? You believe in them. I don't know your sort of opinion right now, but yeah, I think if you believe everything's going to be okay long term and you don't need the cash right now, what's the point in crying over it? You know?
Exactly. So exactly. Like it's not your money until you sell, and like I would
imagine
like,
if you sold me, you'd have 4 mil.
Fucking
even 500 ETH if he sold all his DeGods at 10.
I was also thinking about that. Like I wanted to take profit when Bitcoin would have been at like 80,000. And it started like the top was 72, 78, whatever. So I never touched it. But I was thinking like if I would have sold at those price, I wanted to do like stable coins, like staking on stable coin. And I would probably put like, I don't know, like $500,000 on a Luna platform, you know what I mean? So I would have locked exactly fucking everything. So
exactly. That's what people forget to like come up with as well. If I would have sold this back then, I would have had 1,000 sold. But then what would you have done that sold? Like most projects that launched after that, rugged. They rugged. You know what I mean?
No,
so like it's
But I like same thing at my old tweet. I was looking at that my old tweet at some point on SoulSport, like had like when ABC was like at 200 soul and stuff like that. I had like the equivalent of like 35,000 soul. Bad stories. But while we talk about DeCod, like, okay, Carlos, that's interesting. What do you think about those like DeCod president and DeCod cabinet and kind of / community-driven project? I don't remember if we talked about that last week.
I wouldn't say community-driven project because that's usually what rugs call themselves. No roadmap, community-driven.
Exactly.
But I believe it's new, and they kind of have the DeCod ethos of like fuck it, we ball type of personalities. So it'll be interesting to see. It definitely takes a lot of weight off Frank, because Frank has been the sole driving force in terms of everyone bought a DeCod and speculated on DeCods and dust because of Frank, right? Because that's what it was. So it takes a lot of weight off his shoulders. But yourself.
Okay, so that's exactly the point. Okay, DeCod is DeCod because of Frank. And if you start putting a middleman in between Frank and the community, that means something was not working before. And I prefer to have like a project drive by enlightened dictators than have like feedback from a middleman in the middle that manage community discussion, whatever. Like, why? You know what I mean? Like,
in terms of FUD, right? We get it a little bit. We get like I've been called all sorts of fucking shit on Twitter and stuff.
Yeah.
But he gets it maybe 200 times the amount I do.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like a crazy amount.
It's the guy that have that most reach in Web3. Like, I'm pretty sure he has like the biggest founder Twitter account on like 100%.
Yeah, man. So it might be getting to him. Like all the shit that you get thrown at you every single day. Like as a builder, you are in a much better position if you put a shield in front of that, especially at that sort of extreme where it's literally the biggest accounts, the biggest spaces. Like the biggest spaces will have their title, DeCod's a rug, and it'll get all the engagement. You know, I think it will do him good. I think it will do his, because he's obviously an intelligent guy. The whole marketing campaign and everything that they built and all this stuff, the design team, all of that, they're intelligent people. I just feel that sometimes being caught up in the moment of you're a bell end and being called a bell end all the time, it can to you mentally, I guess. So having a shield up, he's a young guy as well. You got to remember, he's what, like 20 years old or something. Yeah. Well, I'm talking about him, not them, Dan. We're talking about him.
No, we're talking about me. Yeah, it definitely gets you.
Yeah, them Dan's a fucking
gets you. Exactly, it definitely gets you when people call you a villain all the time. Yeah.
Like for example, Damn, like, would you buy a DeCod right now?
No, personally, no, I wouldn't buy. Not because I feel like he might not do well. It's because I've actually always been I've been bullish on Ute and DeCod for a long time, right? And a lot of times in spaces when people said Ute isn't doing anything, Ute's this, Ute's that, I would actually defend them. But you give a guy a chance, you give a guy a second chance, you give a guy a third chance. It comes a point where it seems like he might have just lost it. He might have lost that initial spark or initial thing that he had.
I'm glad you said that, Dan, because you fired me. We give you 3 chances, now fuck off.
I think Dem gets fired on the Coder show.
Every week.
I mean, last week he made Jack shave his mustache. I mean, there's that. So
he got fired this morning before we got on DeCod3rs.
He's been fired 4 times today already.
Yeah. But just Vince, going back to you, I wouldn't buy a DeCod because why I wanted a DeCod was just because it was a flex. Like, it was all the biggest accounts had the PFPs. It was that cult-like thing. They were, they were sort of the center of whatever, and it was just a cool thing. It was like, if you could have one, it was a little flex. But they don't have that for me now. There's a lot more negative people that are still repping a DeCod that have like adverse takes on Twitter, etc. They've kind of lost that cult-like status, and I think that's come with the price going down and sort of Frank being a bit quiet and this changeover. And I feel like they get back to it. I feel like there's still plenty of DeCod maxis, and after the shakeout and the change up how they're doing, that they'll come back and get back stronger. But yeah, for me, like, it wouldn't be that. But there's nothing that I really look at now and go, I want to own that. Like, it'd be cool to have a Pudgy, but like, how does it benefit me? If I had spare money that I didn't care about, like, a Pudgy would be pretty decent to own. Maybe an Azuki, because they're always building, and I just love the art style. But yeah, that DeCod sort of thing, that like lust towards DeCods, just don't have that same impact for me anymore. So that's the only reason I wouldn't buy one. Nothing to do with Frank or what's going on. It's just, they don't have that flex culture anymore.
Yeah, that's true. I can see that too. And Jack, would you buy like a Bored Ape or like want to access this kind of community?
I suppose there's 2 answers to this, right? Like, right now, no. But like, if I had, let's just say 30 sitting around that I just was like very financially like set, then why not? You know what I mean? If like blowing 30 on a picture like wouldn't change my life in any way, if it's just like another day, then yeah, I don't see why not. Like, I'd definitely buy a DeCod for 3, if I just had it sitting there like with nothing to do with. I don't think DeCods are over, right? Like, I think DeCods will always be around. Like, whether they'll be around at a lower price or a higher price is a different question, but I think they'll always be here doing something. Obviously they've been here since the very end of 2021. I think they mentioned, but was it like October or November or something like that? So they've been here from then until now. Obviously they've had their highs. They're kind of going through their lows a little bit now, but like, I feel like they're still a mainstay in the ecosystem. Again, whether it's like at 1 ETH long term, whether it's at 10 ETH long term, or Solana, whichever way they go. So yeah, like, if I just had that excess money, XS3 right now, yeah, I'd probably buy one. But yeah, right now, like, obviously I'd have to like get some funds together and sell some other NFTs, and yeah, DeCods definitely wouldn't be like at the top of my list for sure.
I think they're in a range now though. Like, speaking like short term, if you was to buy and flip, they're 3 ETH again. They always seem to break like 3 to 3.3 is where they've been ranging for quite a while. I think bottom end, if you was to catch a sort of support level.
100%. Yeah, like 2.5, 3 should be the bottom. But you can see 5 to 6 anytime soon. But yeah,
you sound happy about that, mate.
When DeCod3rs flip DeCod next week. So like, let me send you like a Tensor trade link. So you have to flip the floor, because right now we're free. We're going to flip DeCods like next week.
Just to clarify, it's not DeCoder's not going up. DeCods are just going down. That's what it is.
Yeah,
they'll come down to that.
We'll meet in the middle somewhere. Meet in the middle around 1 SOL.
We're gonna flip DeCod when I'm gonna sell my stack and buy my own supply. That's what's up.
I'll trade you 1 DeCod for 1 decoder right now.
Okay, that makes sense.
Only if it's the helmet. Only if it's the helmet.
Oh shit. Okay, so we're already like 1 hour and 15 minutes. That's cool. I love this show. That's dope. I like it. It's cool.
Yeah, man, it flows good. It's a good show.
No, 100%.
I enjoy it.
Yeah, I will hold another. No, then I will hold another week. No, like, don't wait too much. Don't wait too much. Like, it's happening. The flipping is happening.
You sent Carlos off now. You just nearly choked on whatever he's doing.
It's the French guys. Funny. Love it.
But like, see,
flipping is happening.
We need that as a GIF, like. We'll
take a short of that right there. The flipping is happening. Will become a meme.
Definitely do. You should make it a little short video.
Where's the project?
The flipping is happening.
Damn it, Icon, where are you when we need you?
Yeah, that would be an awesome meme.
And Pengzu, if it's DeCod failing, is that actually called a flip? Yeah, still like on the way up, on the way down, it works anyway.
Wait, projects take it. You see, when there was like a time when two projects would just go like this, and it was just because one was coming down, then the other one was coming down, and there's like, the flipping is happening, over again, just all day. Like, we just flip them. Oh, we just flip them. Like,
I need to put it under a button, like the fucking. That shit.
Yeah. Need it on the soundboard.
Why have you got that one on there? Like, what's that for? When you reveal yourself, I should ring.
Yesterday,
because they go to 0.
Last night, all he kept hitting was the cricket one. So,
what is it?
That's all I heard is a cricket.
The crickets.
I was on board. That's utility.
It is.
But yeah, any topic that you want to cover next, or should we wrap it up and go back to build? Yes, Dan.
Actually, regarding that Frank one, I saw a video about his story saying essentially that before this he was doing startup businesses and trying out shit like that, and he made them work and sold them as well. So I was thinking, right, well, isn't this just another startup business for him? Like, he's made it into something successful, made a lot of money off of it. Well, it's just a conspiracy. I don't think he's actually going to do this. But it could be something else. Like, he's just trying out, he succeeded at it, and now he's going to go out, try something else, and try something else. What do you think about that?
I think, okay, so if Frank leaves DeCod on the slab tomorrow, it's over. Like, end of the story. Bye-bye. See ya. Peace out. So there is that. He knows that. Second, I think is more drive by the fact that he wants to win. Like, I think that's a culture, like in the Valley, in a way, of like, you go big or you go home. Like, not being first one is like failing. So there is also that driving. I don't know about Kevin DeCod, for example. Like, what would happen? Like, does he have the same mindset and drive? I don't know about that. Like, I'm gonna ask him in NFT Paris. But like, also, I don't think money is a driver neither, because those, like, a growth hacker in the Valley can make $250,000 as an employee easy, especially at like. Frank drove traffic on a fucking Solampus page, so it was like the list of 30 influencers in 20, and then you had to rate them and like say you have been selected as a Solampus god, whatever, and like it puts DeCod on the roadmap. They drove 2 million impressions in 24 hours because of that in 2021. No one did that ever in the Solana ecosystem, and I'm maybe OKBs or whatever, but like, I don't think a lot of projects have equal that level of growth in any NFT project.
The thing is,
when you have that skill set, it's money. So money is not an issue neither.
Yeah, with OKBears, they essentially, Frank bought the hype to them because of DeCod's success, right? The next DeCods is what they was titled, and not only did he do that at the start, but also the way they minted their Utes, right? The Ute list, like that was on Twitter. That's all you saw. Like that was all you saw is Utes, and that's come from his brain and his team's brain. So they're not dumb, they're not stupid. And then you see so many iterations come off what they made a success. Like DeCod's do something cool, and then you just see all these different iterations of the same product, just stylized or like wrapped in a different bow. You know what I mean? So I'm confident. I don't think he's getting off them, Dan. As I agree with everything that Vince just said there. I think he wants to win. He's a community guy himself. He wants the people around him to win. And I think he's seeing himself now, even though they've done amazing. I think he feels like a failure right now, and he wants to rectify that and turn it into a success. Because as you said, he's a failure until he becomes number one. You know, that's his sort of mindset.
And it's a failure when you like erase like 75% of market cap of your collection that like you can't live on.
All right, mate. Fucking hell, what are you throwing shots for? Fucking hell, mate. I'm not coming back.
No, I mean, like I was talking about Frank.
Yeah, well, mate, friendly fire. I'm
I mean, like we never had those market caps, so yeah, like I prefer to be in your position. That's mine. If
it's all right.
Is that better?
When the Rascals way back up, we're gonna have a meme, and every time we flip a collection, we're gonna have Vince. The flipping is happening.
I need to extract that sound.
It's gonna be a sticker. Yeah. It's gonna be a sticker in the server with Vince like some like hands up. The flipping is happening.
Yeah, market is much mature right now. Time for real product. That's we'll see. We'll see that.
I mean, 20 minutes ago, I was talking about people like minting something that they don't even know about for $250, spending $2,000 on a whitelist. So I don't know if he was here. You were definitely here. Just watch back 30 minutes and you'll see how mature the market is, mate.
But should we wrap it up here, boys?
Should we?
I
think so, yeah.
Okay. But okay, so thank you. Bye.
The exit is happening.
But yeah, again, another banger, and like Alma, I saw a comment in the channel. Yeah, like please keep this show format. We will, like, because it's good. I love it too. Everyone loved it. And more like say like and then another week, and please keep the show format, and the weekly Jelly X Decoder show is dope. Chapeau boys, looking forward for next week. Let's go. What's up?
Let's go.
Anyway, let's go.
Let's just start integrating some Vince isms.
Yeah.
I have to drive views. It have to be engaging. Thank you so much, Carlos, Jazz, Dum, Jack, and Carl. Thank you so much. Can't wait to see you on the camera call next week, and with a better connection for Carlos and Jack. But other guys, we were fantastic.
And then enjoy your run home, mate.
Oh, fuck off. Fuck you guys.
But thank you so much, everyone, for joining us today. And we will see you next week. Oh, no, I meant okay. Okay. Maybe
wait, can I play a soundboard?
Yes.
Here it is.
Oh, you have one?
Here's look.
Bye. Have a great time.
Do you hear it?
Fuck's sake.
Come on now.
Come on now. You're literally never going to be welcomed back.
I'm gonna. Okay, I'm leaving. Bye.
Bye.